Hello and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia. For today's episode, I want to talk about Korra Obidi and her husband, Dean, or her estranged husband, because they're going through a divorce right now and it is getting messier by the day. Like the revelations coming from Korra and even Dean is becoming embarrassing. And one of the things, she is forced to talk because according to Korra, this guy has been filing papers to take away her children. Now, if you know Korra, or if you've been following Korra, you know that Korra traveled to Nigeria during, I think she's still in Nigeria, or maybe she's come back to the States. She was in Nigeria to do the Dirty December stuff. Korra is an entertainer. She's a very good dancer. So she was booked and busy throughout the December period. Like there was a whole lot of shows that she attended. She was dancing and, the girl, she needs to provide for her two children one way or the other, and that is what she does best. So she was booked, busy, and making money. Dean, on the other hand, he's in America. He is bitter, basically. So I think maybe when she traveled, she did not drop the kids with Dean. I think what happened was that she either took the kids or maybe she dropped the kids with somebody else, but not Dean. Now, Dean is pained because obviously he did not spend Christmas with the children, and Dean has filed for full custody of the children. Korra came out. Korra was lamenting. Korra made so many revelations. She said she had miscarriage because Dean beat her. She said there were so many things that Korra said. You hear people say, just marry him. More men are like that. Marry him, have your children. Hey, marry him, have your children. Men are not, they're just going to be one of your babies. Or more. Sometimes it's not just about having children. It's not just about having children with anybody. You have to know who you're having children with. Because, when the whistle, when the breeze blow and the, fowl nyash open, you're going to be shocked. At the end of the day, it's the kids that will face all these problems. Now, let me play the video. The first video is about Korra talking about Dean asking for spousal support. Gang. Now, she explained that, this guy, he's making money, but he's envious of her money. I think Korra is now coming into some change, and Dean don't want to be left out because he feels like, he feels entitled to her money because as far as he's concerned, he was the one that paid for Korra to come to America. He was there when she started this whole thing, and now that the whole thing is paying off, he wants a piece of that cake. He filed for spousal support, and right now he is filing for full custody because he knows that once he has those children, Korra will be forced to not only pay spousal support, but to pay child support. And that child support is going to be based on what she's currently earning. So Dean is looking at this whole thing and being like, okay, this is a cash cow that I have to find a way to milk. So I am just going to play those videos for you to hear what Korra has to say. So listen to this, and she's asking us to judge, so let us judge.
The moment I am happy, he swings the children. I'm taking the children away from you. I'm taking the children away from you to rip all the happiness, drain it out of my blood so he can have his high, his supply. This is a real human monster. What have the kids done to you that you want to separate their mother from them? Athena is not even 1 year old. June is just clocking, she's gonna clock 4 years old. What have I done to you? Why is it that is your only weapon and that is the only thing that you can do to me? But is it not sick that you're using your own children you claim to love in this your sick, disgusting game? $50,000 was given to you, will be given to you after the divorce proceedings are over. $50,000 for bringing me to this country. I gave you 2 children. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want me to... This jealousy is driving you to madness. The competition. You're competing with me? What have I done? I'm not even in your lane. We're not doing the same things. I just want to be free and be happy. As soon as you find I'm happy, you go and file an ex parte. You've been rejected 3 times. Yet you keep filing. And I hear that America, it's very easy. Once he files and I don't show up for myself, or I cannot afford to pay an attorney that is going to show up for me, the next thing is they're just going to come and take my children out of the house. Miscarriage. I had a miscarriage, guys. I had a miscarriage. Found out I was pregnant. The demon that used to possess him to want to slap me, bully me, beat me, entered him. I was about to go outside. He yanked me. 3 days later, I had a miscarriage. I have never told anybody. All these things are supposed to be the things I would say in my book. But look at this. You cheated on me 4 months pregnant. I didn't even go out of the house. Did I even have the luxury of walking outside? I was going to be quiet about this. But silence is only once you've been intimidated to silence. That's what happens. Co-parent in peace is a lie. This is not what co-parenting in peace looks like.
After watching these videos, the only thing I could think about is how could love turn so toxic and people are just, throwing jabs at each other, throwing like whatever that will stick. People making accusations left, right, center. Now, I am not saying that she is telling the truth, but in divorce cases, you will hear the worst stories about partners. Now, I had the story of a lady who got divorced from her husband. She was working full-time and she was basically the provider. But the husband was, kind of not a stay-at-home dad, but he was more available to kind of take the children to school, bring them back, and all those kind of things. So the children were already used to the man being the caregiver in that regard. So when the divorce happened, he was granted like primary custody because the children obviously, they chose to go with him. And she couldn't like just give up her career to now be at home to take care of the children because they are now divorced. So he still got primary custody of the children. So she was now requesting for, visiting, weekends, custody during the weekends to have them when she was even around. Like, her job takes her around and she just wanted custody when she was around, maybe weekends. This man was like, no, I am not going to give you custody. This man, according to her, cooked up stories. There were so many stories of abuse, sexual abuse, this abuse coming from the children. And from the police station, they actually said the children were coached to say these things about their mother. I mean, that these things are very, like, child abuse is taken very seriously in diaspora. So the police took that upon themselves to do investigation, did several interviews, and it was concluded that the children were coached. The children were coached to say that the mother abused them, not just physically, but sexually. I mean, that was the height of it. Just for the, dad not to give custody or just visitation to the mother. He was trying everything possible to make sure that the children don't visit the mother. Now, it's not even about child support. It's not even about spousal support. This is not even about them fighting for properties, because all those were already settled in court. But just to punish this woman, this man with the children cooked up the story against Amin. Now, coming back to this story, I am not in any way or shape or form saying that Korra is cooking up stories. No, that is not the case. But I think sometimes there are certain things that could have been avoided, especially in cases where two parents came together, have children, and these children, regardless of the differences that you're going to have with their dad. I mean, Korra was saying that he doesn't know how to change the nappies and all that. You chose him to be the father of your children. So even if during that week that they are going to be with him, or during the weekend that they are going to be with him, and he doesn't shower them, he doesn't comb their hair for that weekend, allow him. When they come, you shower them, you comb their hair, you do whatever you have to do. But you chose this man to be the father of your children, so you have to give him that right. Anyway, I wish them love and light. That is all I'm going to be wishing people this year. Love and light. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please like and share. Thank you very much. Bye bye.